Oh, wow. Oh, boy. You know, when Wednesday feels like Thursday, you know you're in big trouble.
Uh-oh.
Let me tell you, I feel absolutely exhausted. I think this week has gone by turtles. I think turtles move faster than this week has gone. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about hot dogs, burgers, and French fries. Yep. You know why I'm talking about hamburgers, burgers, and French fries? Is because if you ate all that, you'd be fat. Well, the Democrats are getting fat, and they're getting fatter by the minute. They want to starve the military, down the planes, stop the services, but they want to get fat. The Democrats. Oh, you know, the party of the people, David? Yeah, exactly. Welcome, everybody. I thought that was really funny. Thank you, everybody, and welcome to an unfiltered, unapologetic discussion called the Rant Network, hosted by myself, Stuart Brisgell, who sometimes feels all by himself, but today, like every day for the last 5 years, I'm with David Solomon. We tackle a diverse range of topics, candid conversation, and bold opinions, whether we're breaking down the latest headlines, exploring pop culture, and delving into debating politics or complexities of modern life. We offer this platform for pretty much every single perspective. So grab a seat, settle in. You never know what the hell David and I are going to argue about on the world stage.
Oh my God, are you talking about what happened Monday? Okay, go on. Just go on, please. Just go.
Yeah, you got to go find that little podcast and grab that. You know, we have, normally you set the example. The Democrats want to shut the government down and want to starve everyday Americans. Sounds logical. But at the same token, they want to make sure they get their bacon, eggs, and ham. They're not willing to sacrifice their paycheck, their health insurance, or their meal. Hence, burgers, franks, fries for the air traffic controllers, for the military, for those that are on SNAP benefits, right? If you don't know what SNAP benefits are, those are the cards that the poor get. You know, we talked about it last election cycle. 90 million Americans are on SNAP cards. That's free money from the government. So little starving Betty and Bob and whatever other names you want to put there can't get their eggs, bacon, and cheese. Yeah, it's kind of disgusting. Can't get 5 Democrats. They're arm locked. But they will not sign a resolution that cuts their paycheck and is solidarity with all those people they're starving in America. So you vote for a party where 90 million people are starving because they don't want to go to work. You know, the continuing resolution that has been proposed, David, according to Fetterman, John Fetterman, Democrat, is the Biden CR, signed into law 13 times by the Democrats. But because it's Donald Trump and the Donald Trump derangement syndrome, they cannot say yay. They have to say nay. David, what does your schnoz have to nay, nay?
Nay, 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 nay. That's exactly what you're right. It's what Chuck Schumer is leading the charge. It's what Akeem Jeffries is leading the charge. Nay, nay, nay. We're heading into Thanksgiving season. Nay, nay, nay. You're heading into, massive flights. Nay, 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 as you said. But the only thing that they all go yay, yay, yay is just beat up on Trump. The only thing in the Dems playbook right now is beat up on Trump. And it's amazing how no matter what he does, he's right now in Asia signing massive deals. Massive deals. And I'm not a Trump. If you listen to the last rant, people, and I got accused of being a Trump apologist, and I go, did you listen to me on Monday? I'm not exactly apologizing for him. I'm just putting out what I see, my reality. And my reality is that the Democrats haven't gotten to 2025 yet. They're still stuck. they're still stuck in old school politics. Stuart, did you ever see the show House of Cards? House of Cards was a great
Love it.
Netflix show at the beginning. The first year, maybe two after that, it got trashy.
Yeah,
And
the
Bill
Democrat, the Democrat pedophile got pulled off the air. Yes.
Anyways, he's not. He was actually. It was ruled. He was actually ruled not guilty. But that's neither here nor there. And I'll tell you the crazy thing about that show is that Bill Clinton said that was the closest thing to real politics. And when you watch that first season, what you see is that you have all these agenda-based groups, Republican, Democrat, doesn't make a difference who it is, and they all come in saying, "You want my vote? I demand this." And that's the way it is. And that's where the negotiation runs. And that's where the negotiation is always run, according to Bill Clinton and other presidents. And in comes Donald Trump and says, you know, guys, I ain't doing it that way. I have no interest. And as a result, he's called an autocrat. As a result, he's been called Hitler. And yet, even though others on the media have said we've never called Trump Hitler, it's bullshit. They have. You know, he's an autocrat. He's a king. Look, all there's no King's Day. Look what he's doing. He wants to control the government his way. Yeah, because the way you've been running the government right now makes no sense. You bitched when the Republicans shut down the government because you didn't want to go. They didn't want to go that way. And now when the Democrats are doing, you're still bitching about the GOP. The GOP has never been right, according to the Democrats. You can't do that because if you actually say that they're right, you're going to allegedly give them votes. Marjorie Taylor Greene is pissed at the GOP and she is shit all over Trump. She's ripped him apart. I wouldn't be surprised if she would be crazy enough to walk across the aisle to the Democrats. And then you have John Fetterman, who stands up there and goes, guys, we are enough with the labels, enough with Democrat versus GOP. Are we here to serve the 300 plus million people of the United States or not? And he's got it right. And yet, what do the Democrats do? They lock arms and say, we don't want Trump to win anything. My theory, Stuart, is that the more that Donald Trump brings home the bacon, as you said, with all these trade agreements, peace agreements, and people are arguing with me, oh, he didn't do peace agreements with India and Pakistan. We averted a war. And again,
Well,
sorry?
Well, also, if you read the papers today, you would think that he didn't do a deal with South Korea. But South Korea just went on public press saying, we did a deal. Congratulations. Right. Listen, the media doesn't get it right, David. Tell me the last time the media got it right.
No, Stuart, but listen, we have right now 13 attempts. 13. As of October 29th, 13 attempts to reopen the government. And once again, Chuck Schumer and his coalition won't go and help and do. They either get their $1 trillion, which is insane because to keep Obamacare going isn't $1 trillion, but they have all these other programs, people, that they don't want to tell you. They have all these other things that they want to put back that was removed by Doge because they don't want you to know this. And the media, from Sonny Hostin, who continues to blame the GOP for everything on The View, and ABC has learned nothing. But the more you try to beat up on Donald Trump, the more you're upsetting the population. It's not that Trump is the autocrat and he's going to shut ABC down, which they want you to believe. He's not shutting ABC down. It's the most insane and stupid thing I've ever heard.
No, it's not stupid and insane.
No, it is insane because he's not going to go ahead. He himself is not going to do that. But you know what's going to happen?
I didn't say that he was, but I said it wouldn't be insane to shut it down. It would be actually quite logical and normal. I'm sorry, I had to correct you. Once
again, you have to correct me. Ladies and gentlemen, Stuart has to correct me. My opinion, he wants to correct my opinion. Remember, that's what he just did. So what happens here, Stuart, is what I'm fascinated by is that Sonny Hostin and The View go out and still continue to see parades and scores of viewers walking away because they're tired of listening to this. It's not a reality. Independents are looking at going, I don't care about the label. I want food on my table. I want a paycheck. Air traffic controllers want a paycheck. The military wants a paycheck. And instead, what the Democrats have said is, no. You can't eat the bacon, but I'm not going to have Stuart, you see, here's where I'm going to correct you, my friend. The Democrats don't want hamburgers and hot dogs and French fries. They want filet mignon. They want, tuna tartare. And they want you to have scraps. That's unfortunately what's going on with the Dems, my friend.
That's a good point.
Okay.
I gotta tell you. I can't argue. That David, you have me utterly speechless. But the clowns will continue to be clowns, and the pigs will get fatter. And let me tell you something: the pork's being slogged by the Democrats. Or sorry, my apologies. The Democratic Party of America,
Thank you.
which is the correct enunciation and tone for a party that just wants to get fat eating hot dogs, hamburgers, and French fries, while all the people on SNAP benefits get nothing. And that makes Chucky Schumer really happy. Little Chucky also has another problem. Every time he refuses to open the government, Donald Trump's numbers are going north. It's amazing. While Chucky keeps saying no, the Democrats are getting beaten day over day over day. And at some point, little AOC is going to take Chucky's gavel and send little Chucky off to pasture with his girlfriend, Nancy Pelosi. Like that's what's going to happen. There's my prediction. They are all killing themselves for Benjamin Franklin. That's it. I think this is over. This is over.
I don't, but Stuart, I got to tell you something. When I, with all due respect to some people who've sent me personal messages and say, oh, all you guys do is criticize and bitch and comment. Guys, what else did you want us to do here? My suggestion is for the Democrats and the Republicans to open up the bills, show us what you really want. I dare you. I dare the Democrats to open up the bills that they really, really want, show the population, publicize exactly what you want in your negotiation with Donald Trump. This isn't just about Obamacare. I promise you people, because Obamacare doesn't need $1.5 trillion. But for some reason, the Dems want to renegotiate this budget and spend more money. Put a list out there. Where's your list of where this is going to go? Put it out in the media. Go on a media tour. Admit what you want to do. They don't, and the liberal media and The View and all of these other lunatics are continuing to push this narrative. It's the GOP that wants to hurt America. Love it. I love when you do that, people. And when we fight back and we say to you, no, look what you're doing. I'm the one who's being the wrong. I'm the one who's being just critical. We're the wrong people who continue to be, just bitching. We're not bitching. I'm demanding that the Democrats expose themselves for who they really are. Liars and cheats that want to cover your eyes, and they're not really interested in well-being of your well-being. They're only interested in getting reelected. They're interested in taking down Donald Trump. They're interested in taking over the House and the Senate. With what? With stupid programs and payments that they promised that have gone away with Doge, and they want them back. Stuart, show me the list of. Let's see the list, people.
Well, I was just about to say, because you said nay, 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 nay. I was about to sing the song by the hip artist, from nay, 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 referred to,
Please don't.
I was
We'd like our listeners to stick around. Stuart, I'm going to ask you this question, okay? Here's the question. Your famous line, you love to say, obviously, do as I say, not as I do, rules for me, not for thee. It's interesting how that always happens with the Democrats. The Democrats are accusing the Republicans of the same thing that the Dems were accused of years ago. The Dems said, no, we're justified. We're justified. And it's interesting because if you listen to old speeches and old, things.
Old. You got to go back 8 months ago. You don't have to go far. Don't call it old, David. You can go back and find 13 votes on where the Democrats said the clean CR bill is the right thing to do. Chucky Schumer, the clean CR bill is the right thing to do. There are countless videos of that clown in politics. He's a clown. He's a literal clown, David. I'm sorry. He's a clown. Everyone agrees.
All right.
Chucky Schumer's a clown. clown.
Okay, Stuart, now that you've we'll get you some makeup and you can put it up on Chuck Schumer. But the problem is, Stuart, he's not a clown. I disagree with you. It's not he's a clown. That's the problem. He's no clown.
He's a clown.
He's not a clown. He might be right now the ringleader in a circus, but he's certainly no clown.
He's
and
Bozo the clown. That's my nickname for Chucky. Little Chucky Bozo the clown. That's it. I think it's a beautiful idea.
If that's the case, Stuart, I think you could wrap it up right here and tell the whole world right now to come back on Friday.
You know what, guys? David said, and I'll just tell you, come back on Friday. Hey, everybody. Thank you for joining in. This has been another fun episode of David and Goliath. And let me tell you something. I'm not sure if I was Goliath today. No. We rant every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, noon Eastern. We syndicate these little clips all the time, all over the place. Grab them, like them, love them, share them. And by the way, guys, David and I actually are friends. David, any last words?
See you Friday, people.